Alright guys, I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to export as an MP4 file in case you didn't get to export with us during the live demo. So this is what a finished project's timeline should kind of look like. You see there's a bunch of layers here. They have their classic tween and they hit the mark, actually over the mark for the 5 seconds. Now I know I said in there that you can set it up to 24 frames per second. And that's only if you're going to rely heavily on tweening. If you're going to do a lot more drawing, then I definitely recommend that you do the 12 frames per second. The time is still, you gotta hit 5 seconds. So again, if you know you're going to do more drawings, do the 12 FPS. If you're going to use a lot of tweening, do the 24 FPS. Alright, so once you like your animation, and I'm just going to play this really quick so you can see what it looks like. You want to actually save. This is super confusing, but let's say that actually all the layers, if you have any extra layers, here's the time where you can start deleting them or hiding them. Remember, you can do right click, guide, and that layer won't render out. But once you're done, you're going to do a file save, like this one, no changes have been made. You have to close out Animate completely, and to make sure that it's closed completely, you have to look at your dock and make sure that there's no dot in the bottom of Animate. Like here, for example, Chrome has a dot because I have Windows opened. So if you do see a dot and you closed out, just do right click and then close. Right, once you've closed Animate and you saved your progress, you have to come to your launch pad and you have to open up Media Encoder, which looks like this. It's the letter M and E. If it's your first time opening it, it does take a minute for it to get started. So that's completely normal. Okay, once it's opened up, oops, let me drag this over here. It looks something like this. Now you're not going to touch anything in Media Encoder. It's just a silly little workaround that we have to do for Animate since it's updated. Once it's open, you go back to Adobe Animate and you open up your project. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to File, hover over Export, and this time instead of a GIF, you're going to do Export Video Media. This pops up right here. You don't have to change anything besides the output. So I'm going to click on this folder here and just make sure that it goes into my USB and not downloads or a random place that Animate selects. So I'll do whatever folder you have it in and then hit save. This should be checked on. If it isn't, go ahead and check it, and then you're going to hit export. You'll see Media Encoder start doing its thing, and then you'll get a message here in Animate that it was successful or there was an error. So if you see that it was successfully created, you hit OK, and you can double check your USB just to make sure. And you should see an MP4 file. Okay. And that's basically it, guys. I'm just double checking that I don't ask you to name this file anything specific, and it doesn't look like it. So you can name it what you like. What I don't want you to do is leave it as untitled. So this one has Final Project. You can call it Final, Flipbook, whatever have you. But you're going to upload that MP4 file. And that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions.